Hello my Banda crew and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be another theory video, but this one is going to be a meta theory, as in our real life kind of stuff, opposed to within the Crash Bandicoot universe. I'm theorizing that we have 3 new Crash Bandicoot characters that were just leaked to us by Nicholas Cole. If this is your first time coming to the channel, I release Crash Bandicoot content every weekend. I discuss lore, theories, I debunk some theories, I do tier lists, I do interviews. Anything and everything Crash Bandicoot related, I cover here. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, maybe consider subscribing. With that all said, let's jump back into the topic and talk about the 3 new characters that I think were leaked to us. So this image comes from Nicholas Cole's Twitter, and he posted this image 2 days ago, and he didn't write in the caption what it was, but it being all female characters, I'm fairly confident that he posted this image because we are in the month for female history. Women's Month. And right off the bat, when you look at this, you can see some characters from the Spyro series and the Crash Bandicoot series, because Nicholas worked on the Reignited trilogy, and he also worked on Crash Bandicoot 4. So you have female Tropy here, you have Bianca, Madame Amberly, Nina Cortex, and El Laura. Oh, and don't let me forget the female lab assistant right here. So it's kind of weird. You have Femtropy, the female lab assistant, those were both in Crash 4, which Nicholas worked on. But then you have Madame Amberly there, and she was not in Crash Bandicoot 4. You also have Nina Cortex, who was only in the epilogue of Crash 4, and that design doesn't match her perfectly. So let me get to where I think we have new characters. First, let me cover this tweet, just in case someone says, oh, it might be from Crash on the Run. But it is not from Crash on the Run, because someone said to Nicholas, I love your design for Madame Amberly, and his reply was, thanks, her concepts from On the Run are fun too. So he's, indirectly stating that this is not concept art from Crash on the Run, and that he did not work on Crash on the Run. So Amberly here is from either cut from Crash 4, or she's coming out on a future game. So I'm going to zoom in on some of these pictures here. This one right here, right next to Femtropy. She's the first one I'm covering, but it'll all tie back in, and you'll see why I think these are from Crash Bandicoot. I mean, first off, she's got the uniform on. Like, if Madame Amberly was there, this may have been a student from Madame Amberly's Academy of Evil. And I'm looking at her, and she's really giving me Embryo vibes. Like, her facial, like, just the structure of her face and her attitude, she kind of looks like Embryo to me. And then Embryo, his gimmick is he has the screws in his brain, whereas she just has her brain in a giant, like, bubble that's attached to her head. So I think this could potentially be Brio's daughter. And then we got these two here. The one on the right absolutely looks like Engine's daughter. Like, it looks like Engine to me, but just a female. And you can see she has a cybernetic arm, which has scissors on it. And then the other one here has the cybernetic jaw. So I'm kind of leaning towards these might be 2 of Engine's offsprings. He could have 2 daughters that we didn't know of. And this is the neat part that ties it all back to Madame Amberly and the Academy of Evil. If you zoom in on Engine's daughter on the right, her badge there, am I crazy? Or does that look like an AE for Academy of Evil? So what I propose is, if this is for Crash Team Rumble, it could be like the leader of the group and then the group itself. So you have Madame Amberly as the head of the team, and then you have Nina, we'll call her Embryo, and then you have 2 of Engine's daughter, we'll call them Gina and Jennifer. So you have these new characters. They are all from the same school. They have the same uniform. They have the badge that could potentially say AE for Academy of Evil. You have the unused sketches of Nina and of Madame Amberly. So I think that these might be new characters coming to Crash Team Rumble. Again, they may not be in Crash Team Rumble. These could just be old sketches that came from Crash Bandicoot 4, and they were on the cutting room floor. But it's worth noting that we have past versions of Academy of Evil students who never really made it into the game. As far as I could remember in Twinsanity, there was only a couple of them, and none of them looked like this. You have the Z, the S, the G, the B, and the V. Again, none of these characters, from my knowledge, were ever officially in the game, so it would be really upsetting if the other new characters that we get also aren't in the game. And as you can see, they have the same exact uniform, minus the badge there. They've got their sweater, their shirt, and their tie. So that's the meta theory. I think Nicholas Cole has leaked some Crash Team Rumble characters for us. I named them Bria, Gina, and Jennifer. So we'll see if anything comes from these sketches, or if it's just another thing that will never see the light of day in the Crash Bandicoot series. As always, everyone, I appreciate the views and the comments, and I hope you keep coming back, because I'm going to keep on putting out Crash Bandicoot content every weekend. You take care and have a good night.